Yeah, we have loads of roasted.
Which kettle?
Yeah, sorry, the large one. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yes, yeah, go for it. And then you'll need the kettle to make sure you get as much malt.
Where's the thing?
Oh yeah, we should have that.
Hey.
So here we have roasted.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Ottakaa tämä video.
Really tasty. I didn't realize how nice it was, you know.
Kurkkaa tuohon.
Yeah, it's not so bad actually.
You had to stir it kind of at this point, or it's just to get everything out?
Yeah, it's just you really to get everything out. You just want to, you do want to stir it because you want to like burn. Right, while these guys are doing that, we need to add 13 tablespoons of sugar to the baritone.
Baritone, okay.
So
13.
when you hold this,
Sanitize our hands.
yeah, actually maybe if you want to chuck your hands in that,
To roll up your sleeves and take off any watch.
just give your hands a little swirl.
Drop your iPhone.
It's pretty weird.
It's like
It feels really
oxidizing
weird.
solution,
yeah.
but it's not bleach or anything. It's not bad for you
Yeah, I know.
as such.
No nails.
Most are more.
Okay, so then you want to add a bit wet. 13 tablespoons.
You don't have any more fingerprints left.
So yeah, try not to hold it
Yeah.
on that. And this is for priming the bottle. So
Kato,
So it's to get an extra bit of sugar, so when it's in the bottle, the yeast has something to eat. So it brings it up like 2% more.
Joo,
In bottle.
erityisesti arvoin lisää.
okay.
No kyllä ehkä voi olla, jos vaan laskee riittää.
So you want
Jos on tosi enää
Niin. Se on aina probleema, kun joka treeneissä on ollut vähän eri.
yeah, so it's roughly 15. So if you
Yeah.
if you've got rosemary, it's okay. But just try and get around 13.
Comes like
Siis semmonen lisähän olisi ok, jos me löydettäisiin joku yhteislaulu. Kenties vielä englanninkielinen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Se on semmoinen lisätä ja se on hyvä
There's
sille.
someone is sticking in, so if it goes over
Mutta
the
se
top.
tupakkaviina viisi naiset, niin dänkä-dänkä-versiolla.
Yeah, so this
Se on ihan
is
mahdollista.
the priming for the
Siihen kebasäästösodat,
So
se vaatii niin vähän efforttia.
Sorry,
This is so when you put it in bottles, the yeast starts again, so you get the secondary
Se oli vaan
fermentation.
ehdotus.
So basically you're feeding the sugar.
Yeah, because the sugar
Sen sais dänkä-dänkä-versiolla. Ota varmaan jo tuntee se biisi.
Antti, paljon sä laitat?
Ja siinä olisi ihan hauska.
Se on opettava
Yeah, and then
Niinhän se on.
you can then what you can do is
Monta
use
säkeistä
hot
siinä.
water from the kettle to
Nyt mä en ole varma,
kind
mä
of
olen
swirl
aika
it out.
monta, mutta mä voidaan
So,
ottaa just niin monta kuin tarvitsee.
Joo.
There's still plenty left.
Yeah, so it'll
So
be
it's
quite hot, so be
kaikki-
careful of your hands, basically.
Wow.
This is yeah.
Juuso otti tosta mun
Pikemminkin se on se, valitaan nyt ketkä laulaa sen. Nimittäin sanojen rytmitys ei ole ihan viisistä.
Mutta se on hyvä syksy ääni.
Nimenomaan reunaan.
Yeah.
Vai?
Mut siinä ei taas toimista korkealla.
Grand. Is that in?
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's all in.
Ja kyllä nyt joku
So I need to stir or
kompromissi.
Well, oh wow, look at that, beautiful.
Kompromissi korkealla.
Yeah, look at that.
Otetaan
Oh,
modulaatio.
that looks so good.
That's yeast.
Tätä sarjasta ei
Yeah.
ole.
Great.
Antti, you did the magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Magic
So-
finger. Without fingerprints.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, so you just want to swill it around and try and
Tässä on
get
3
the
säkeistä.
malt out as
Sitten
possible.
kerran hoilu.
So while these guys are doing that, we want to weigh out the honey and the sugar. So in the last brew, you guys put, so these are the amounts of sugar and honey in the base beer and the baritone beer. So basically, you can decide the mix of sugar and honey. Ideally, you want at least 100 grams of sugar because it's purer. So yeah,
They haven't
what do you guys want?
Basso olisi pullossa jo.
Ei, ainakin niinku toi biisi, bariton, joo.
He's a tenor.
We actually put 50 grams more sugar in this one because we made the malt ourselves. So the sugar level wasn't quite enough when we were
Could
bottling.
it be 110 sugar
Well, that's what we did for the base beer. So yeah, we can do it.
Did this work good?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
We can test
Oh,
lots
we
of
can
different.
taste it,
ihan
yeah,
muuta.
yeah.
Mitä toi vaikuttaa tuon sokerin päälle
Yeah.
siis?
Sokerin päällä se lähtee kunnolla käymään. Sen takia pitää olla aika paljon. Mä haluaisin aika paljon hunajaa siihen.
Okei.
Onko nyt tehty siis pissen?
Joo, näin on se.
Käännä toisen
Sai
kanssa.
se limeä ja
Did
miettiä.
it,
Get
did
a nice hiss.
Tehtiinkö
yeah.
viimeksi
it
joku
hit straight?
Okei, tässä humalaa.
Siis se oli tää.
So how
Niin,
many-
baritonia
Ei
voi
sitä
siihen
päästä
tekemään.
Ei vaan nyt tehdään tätä tenoriilmaa, niin päättää toi niinku esimerkiksi mitä muilla on.
Se on
Eli nyt pitäisi niinku ottaa 500 kiloa suorusta.
Okei.
Tossa. Tuolla pallossa.
Eikö se nyt on se
Oh, we can
hunaja
grab
ja
glass.
sokerin määrä? Laita tätä niin.
Would you guys like to all swig out the same bottle, or would you like to, should we decant it into glasses?
I've been slightly with the flu, so I might,
Yeah.
so yeah, so. I mean, I don't mind drinking, but the
But the
others
other
might.
people might.
So, okay, so do I add sugar now?
Yeah.
And he said 110 grams of sugar. Is this sugar?
This is sugar. This is brewing sugar.
Okay.
Vedit se kädet?
En, tonne.
Oh, you're okay at this point because this is all going to boil. So it's only for, we only need to sanitize for the bottom,
Okei.
Yeah. which we'll do in a second. Actually,
We need to stir it a little bit, but I just realised we've only got one.
Huomaa, tulee se nikkeli.
yeah.
Oh, it's in, yeah.
Is it sterilized?
Oh, I haven't sterilised the siphon.
Well, then I'll-
But that's okay.
Will I sterilize it now?
Yeah.
If we're going to be bottling.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, like for.
Oh yeah, so if you look down the bottom, the sediment is kind of stuck to the glass, which is kind of what you want. So that's good. So yeah, give it a go.
Sorry.
There's some, like I think this might have a bit of sediment in it, maybe I'll bring this one. But yeah, the others seem pretty clear, so.
So now we're sterilizing this. And
Se on hyvä.
Yeah, this is the base. Oh yeah.
En ole koskaan halunnut maistaa vassaa.
Nyt saa. Siinä on kutakuinkin 110. So,
That's 110, right? And then we want the honey, and you can add it to the same.
here.
Yeah.
Okei, kuinka paljon hunajaa? Tenori.
Sitten se on sama määrä kuin tuossa passissa.
Ei saa mitään, tää on muuten niin erilainen. Onks muilla?
Onko se niinku, miten se on erilainen
Right,
sitten?
this is all looking good.
Onko se niinku eri mallasta se sekoitus sitten ollut vai?
On jo eri mausteet.
Okei, joo joo.
Boiling or all the time.
It would be
Eli
good
200.
if you get up to boiling, then we don't have to wait for it to get to boiling.
Voit
So
ottaa
if
vähän
it's
ylikin.
always, so yeah, next is the.
Ilmoittaa rooliin.
You can
No,
put
se on
them
hyvä.
in.
Kyllä.
We add a bit more.
Cheers.
No niin, on joo.
Yeah.
is that for me?
I think, has everyone got one?
No, I haven't. Or
We
I
can
don't.
share this one.
You mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I taste?
Is that for me? So this is
Oh,
the
sorry.
base.
This is the
One
base.
more.
And it should be like caramelized a bit, but obviously it's only had 4 days, so it's not got the head that it will have.
But I had a bit of it.
But it had a bit of the
Yeah.
head, which is really good.
Alright, cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers.
Kippis, yeah.
This is the
Well, that's
sedimentary one, so is it alright? Great.
Ihan kyllä oikein hyvä.
Oh,
Pretty
Very
good.
nice.
That is
So
good.
this is the
Yeah.
one we did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is the Polka.
This is the Polka, yeah.
Polka.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you can taste my
Do you want
my
to
hand
try that?
and then
Well, if you have enough.
Polkaa ehdotus jälkimaussa.
Oh,
Ihan niinku se maistaa.
on siinä.
Ei.
Kyllä siinä on.
Woohoo.
Tuliko sinne ihan Maria?
Joo, joo.
Joo.
Yeah, so does someone want to have the spray mold
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Ilkka.
round?
On
Do we have,
on.
do we have
Okei,
the-
joo.
No. That's
okay.
One at a
So
time.
you want to, one at a time. Okay, that's it.
Ja kato pieni 500
That's
kiloa.
right. I think maybe we could just use
That's
the
all
regular.
here.
Se on kyllä.
We just want to give it a bit
Go
of
and
a...
open up the.
Siinä on jo
Yeah,
roolista.
let's just sterilize the regular.
spatula here.
Is it
Is this
worth
all
it?
the,
Yeah,
all the
that's
honey we
great.
have?
That's
No,
no.
that's
Is
great.
all the honey we have?
Yeah, no, is it not enough?
No, well,
No.
So we'll have to put in more sugar then.
But what we can do is,
I mean, we're gonna be close, but,
let's try and
well,
get...
we're not gonna get.
Tää on muuttunut siitä ajasta, kun opiskelukäypässä Kruunuhassa pantiin olutta itse. Vuonna 1999.
Mä oon tehnyt
We're gonna be close.
himassa, tai liuksia himassa me oikeastaan sitä
We
tein.
don't need
Se
to
oli
do
lähinnä, no
water and
missäkin
stuff,
just viiniä
so
lähinnä.
that it-
Vedettiin pari kertaa viisiä ja pari kertaa viiniä. Se viini oli muuten hyvä, mutta siitä tulee vasta kuottava kraapula. Se on niin epämuuten.
Joo, ei mikään noin hienosti noin.
Yeah, it will be enough.
Kyllä nyt
Once
muuten
Yeah.
we've got hot water in this as well.
Spit there.
se oli vuonna 1992.
We have.
Yeah, that's enough.
Well,
Bang on.
so-
God, that's lucky, isn't it?
But-
Lucky that you guys didn't want any more.
Joo, ei se.
Mitäs
Meilläkin
sit?
olisi
So-
nykypäivänä. Äiti, jos joku olisi niinku
So,
oikeesti.
are we gonna put anything else?
Yeah, so now the spray hole is going in. Lovely. Very good.
Ai ihan käsi mitään.
And we can add a bit more hot water in with that.
This is nice.
Puolokreemi.
Yeah.
And then,
Tästä on paha pistää enää tulevaisuudessa.
Onko sä
Tislausvettä.
and
mulle tulos
actually,
tänään?
what we also need to do is decide. What we also need to do is decide. So we need to decide what hops and how much we're going to put in. Hops is.
Hops
In
is
fact,
the
we can
flavour.
open this now
Yeah,
as
and
well.
I'll get the ones in the freezer.
Ei, kun ensimmäisenä, kun mä tiedän, että on
Did you manage to open it this way?
Mikä on hopsu?
Yeah, add the two.
Eikö se ole kumalla?
Do you want to show
yeah.
that? I'll open this.
So, hops is.
Leaves.
Yeah, it's like what you create the bitterness in the beer with.
Okay.
So this is. Open them all and give them a good rub.
Mikäs tenorit tekee lientä?
Siinä on 2 kimpussa.
Vielä mittailemaan ja...
So this is Citra. It's the freshest hops.
A bit different than we had.
Yeah, it's like more like citrusy, you know,
Yeah.
lemon.
Yeah, it's good.
These are the
Goes
different
fine.
ones. So this is
Where is this from?
Zeus? Like, where's it from?
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
That's hard to answer.
Like,
I don't know exactly what.
Yeah,
Probably
when
might
the
be
packet
made-
is.
Maybe
Ah,
Belgium.
yeah.
Yeah, so,
You're
but
on it.
the
You're
original
on it.
flower.
Do we just,
I think citrus might be
so,
British.
do we just make a decision which one we're gonna put?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not too
so
sure.
basically we kind of decided that
What are
Citra
you doing?
Hey!
Want to smell the citrus?
was going to
Oh, that's good.
be the unique
That's today's-
hops of tenor.
Tuolla on vielä
But we've got all
vasta-olutta
of these,
maistiaisena.
Which
we
one's,
can also
which one is
use-
in the base or any?
Siinä on
So
puolukkaa ja...
base, what we just
Puolukkaa
wrote
ja
is Zeus and
Pulkka tulee
Könsikkäät.
jälkimakuna.
So that one and this one.
Okay.
Moi Juuso. So this is it.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is legit.
Oh, that's very good.
I think. I'm good. Have no.
They do smell similar, yeah. Really similar.
Ja
I don't know whether they're interchangeable.
Lisätään nämä mallit.
And they cascade.
Mikä cascade?
Suomessa.
Cascade is from like the kind of Cascadia part of America, the northwest, yeah, yeah, that's the name of the region. So it's like
Joo, no,
Oregon and Ohio,
Okay.
just from there.
No joo, se on. Sulla on vielä Facebookissa.
Älä
No hyvältä uudestaan, mä en sano sitä.
Kai sä pistät niitä semmosia tulivuoria niitä siihen samaa kuvaa.
Haluut sä?
Joo. Ei. Okay, so we're gonna put what in here?
Well, we need to put that in a minute once this has gone in. But we should talk about the hops because in fact, we need to try the.
Oh yeah. So we have some siphoned off here. This is the baritone. This is this has like 2% volume of alcohol at the moment. And it's very flat because it hasn't gone through the second fermentation in the bottles.
But you'll be able to taste the hops, the difference in the hops.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get tamer.
So this has Cascade and Scoops.
Cascade and Brewer's Gold and a little bit.
A little bit at the end,
Mm-hmm.
which is the
Usually
flavour.
Cascade on sitä malta. Se on vaan se merkki.
Joo, okei. Mä mietin, että kaskadi on hirveän tuttu sana vaan jostain.
Vesiputous. Köngäs.
Köngästä mä ajattelin. Mikä se on?
Joo, oli just kielen sana.
Myöskin tapahtumassa on.
But we can, if we don't have
Könsikkäät
to
tosi kumoa.
Yeah.
Niinpä.
Joo, toi pakkunaisella.
Se on
Köngäs. Laulaa nuori mies.
So what's that?
This is the baritone.
Okay. Ah, so from last week.
Yes. So this will be quite
Like,
flat.
smell it.
Looks like a
This one. Mine.
Ah,
Toinen linsa.
Onko se on baritoni?
Doesn't have character, just like baritone.
so this one.
I'm just going to stir the sugar
Yeah,
in.
that-
Yeah, stir it. Give it a good shake. Try and get a little bit. Yeah.
Siitä tulee.
Tästä tulee aika bitteri.
I think this one's quite hoppy. This is like,
Yeah.
What's mean?
I don't know, like well, like my dad would be like, yeah, my mum would be like, oh my god.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
We like your dad.
Yeah.
Tää on kyllä hyvä.
So this is quite a difference to the
baritone.
base. If you can see that the base only had like 50 minutes in total of all of the hops, so 50
This
and
is
30.
me.
And this one had a total of around
Mikä se tekee sen
5
maun?
and a lot
Se
of
maltaa.
like
Onko se
60.
niin se pelkuma, mikä avataan, onko se kaikissa sama?
Ei, esimerkiksi bassossa ei ollut ainakaan kuulemma ollenkaan.
Oli. Kyllä mä jonkun työt tyhjensin.
Mutta se oli tunnempaa se.
Joo, niin oli.
Et siinä laitettiin.
Ja sitten,
Joo.
eli ne maltaat, eli nämä, vaikka humala. Niin okei. Ja mitkä ne maltaat oli,
We're clearly at the bottom.
siis mallassa on vaan
Se on
sellainen.
varmaan toisessa.
Tossa on malta.
Maybe
Eli mikä tän perus, niin tän humalan
Humala.
Yes, well, I'm just thinking maybe
Se
once maybe if they want to go
mikä nää
back to
humajat,
this
nää
bit,
sokerit
this is
tekee?
good.
on
And then we'll bring them back in when they're
Toi
deciding
hunajan
how
määrä
some people
ja sokerit
will
määrä.
Sitten tulee vaikuttaa alkoholin.
Alkoholin määrä vai?
Se vaikuttaa alkoholin
Alkoholipitoisuus.
Great.
Okei. Eli mitä enemmän sokereista alkoholipitoisempaa.
Vähän niin kuin sima.
Puhuihin, että se on se hiivaa.
Well,
Myöskin,
whilst
että
we're
se tulee
thinking about,
makeampaa, jos ei se käy niinku messiin
the hops as
käymiseen.
well,
Okei.
we need to think
Niin.
about the mint, the lime and the rose hip. So online it said if you put like 6 limes is too much really, and like you've got to be careful with how much lime you put in because it can suddenly become quite like the overpowering flavour. But you know, maybe we've got rose hips quite overpowering and fresh mint might be good. So these are kind of like standards from what people have done online. I don't know whether we've got enough for 120 mint leaves, so maybe it's better to go with the actual amounts because I don't know what the grams. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. So we've got to think about this as well. And when we're going to add them, like if we add half of it, say in the beginning of the boil, or half of it at the end. So when you add stuff at the end, it adds to the aroma of the beer, and when you add stuff at the beginning, it adds to the bitterness. So I mean, do you want a beer a similar bitterness to the baritone, or maybe you want one in between, or maybe you want one bitterer for the tenor? What are your thoughts about?
Not bitter.
Not more bitter. Okay.
So bitter one.
Okay, so we want maybe a between the bass and the baritone. So maybe
And not too much lime. Because it's not a finished thing, it's just...
Yeah, it's just an act. So,
Yeah.
well, they said that 2 is enough to get the flavour. So maybe we just do 2.
Because it's the zest and it's the juice. And that's
Yeah,
both
yeah.
very strong.
Yeah, okay, so 2 lime.
Yeah.
That's,
So leave out, well, we can't do
Leave it down.
And then once we decide that, you can go rehearse, and then there will be another part in like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah. So 2 limes. Right, and then with the fresh mint, maybe we want as much mint as we can get, because mint isn't like...
Yeah, it boils out.
Yeah,
very
I
easily.
don't know. How do you guys feel? Do you want the beer to be minty, or would you rather the rose hip was the prevailing flavour? Because that's the thing.
Tenor decision.
Yeah.
Well, the mint should come through.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
Let's have much.
Okay,
much
so let's
mint.
have as much as possible within reason.
So let's use all
It's
the
not
mint.
there's something
Yeah,
wrong
so
with
we'll just
it.
weigh it to check that it's not over this, because we don't
Okay.
want to...
Okay.
And
Are we
then,
doing stems and leaves or just leaves?
I think
So
just
leaves aren't
leaves.
going to weigh very much.
I think just leaves,
Okay.
but we'll just count them, so we won't have more than 90 leaves.
Okay.
And then with the rose hip, so some people were suggesting only put like 100 grams in, and that's enough because apparently it's quite bitter and acidic. But I think like, you know, we put 500 grams of sorbus in, and it hasn't affected the taste. You know, it doesn't taste disgusting like sorbus can. So I think 1 kilo is fine.
So I think it's quite mild, actually. I thought it was like very, very mild.
Yeah.
It's rosehip.
So I mean, I would be, one recipe suggested 500 in at the beginning of the boil and 1 kilo in 20 minutes from the end, so you have the aroma, which is apparently also citrusy, which will go with the citra hops, so that's
Yeah.
quite good really. So, but of course we could do 250 and then another 250 if you guys, it depends how subtle, or we just put it all in and see what happens.
Let's put it all in.
Okay, we're going all in?
All in.
Great. Okay, so then yeah, just quickly back to the hops, we should probably decide before you guys go practice. So we definitely want to put citra in. Again, citra can be used for both bittering and aroma. So do we want to do just 1 hops and just focus on the citrus taste, or do we want to bring in some of these other hops? Like we've still got, I think, 10 grams of Cascade. We've still got Glacier, which is quite like a general hops. Obviously, if you like bitterness, we've got Zeus. But we could just put all 100 grams of citra in at different times as well.
And it would only have 1 hops flavour.
It would only have 1 hops flavour.
But maybe it complements what we're using more. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never put only 1 hop in a beer.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that it's not good. That doesn't mean that it's bad. But
Should we try the cascade though with it? I don't know.
yeah, we could put